You have what seems like a daunting task when you look at the map and think of your area of responsibility.
Well, we go from the North Pole to Central America into the Atlantic and into the Pacific. The challenge now is that potential adversaries have developed capabilities that challenge us from a domain awareness perspective to be able to see some of those.
Are you able to see the things that you need to be seeing right now in terms of potential threats?
Well, I would say that I can't see everything that I would like to see as far away from the homeland as we need to see it. The good news is that both the Canadians and their NORAD modernization and the U.S., we funded over-the-horizon radar capabilities, which allow me to see further away. The question is, what do you do with that data and information? And we need to feed that into a globally integrated air and missile defense capability.
Is part of your job to buy time for leaders to process the information and the potential of a threat?
Absolutely. I think the only thing I can't give our leaders enough of is time.
When you say AI and protection against nuclear missiles, a lot of folks think, what could go wrong?
Well, what I'm talking about is taking domain awareness and allowing machines to be able to cue you to where maybe there's a change in weapons posture, or there's an increase in vehicles at a command post. And the machines can learn that. And the artificial intelligence can cue sensors to give us quicker awareness so that we can create deterrence options.
So we've all seen the pictures of Russian bombers being escorted by American fighter aircraft. Is that something you're seeing more often?
We see Russian bombers a half a dozen or more times a year. It is nothing that is unexpected, and it's strategic competition that's ongoing. I would say that the environment that we are seeing is the most dynamic and challenging that I've seen in my 36 years of service.
Dynamic in what ways?
Well, we have two peer competitors, both nuclear armed, that are challenging international norms, rules, laws that have served us well since the end of World War II.
A lot of people don't know a lot about NORAD, but they began to hear about it because of the Chinese balloon incident. Can you walk us through when that balloon was first spotted and when it became a concern?
I was made aware of the PRC high-altitude balloon on the 27th of January, at which point I notified the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of our plan to intercept it and identify it on the 28th, and that's exactly what we did. I would tell you, Lester, that the process worked exactly as it should, and I kept the Secretary of Defense in the loop twice a day, every 12 hours, with the status of the PRC high-altitude balloon.
And if you thought it was a imminent threat, you had the power to deal with it?
Yeah, so if it was an imminent threat, I absolutely am delegated that authority by the government of the United States through the President and the Secretary of Defense. What I would stress to you, Lester, is that this turned out, I think, the best it could for our nation. We know that no American people were injured. We maintained the safety. We know for a fact that we mitigated their collection and we maximized our collection. And we shot it down at the exact location we desired so that we could maximize that collection.
There was obviously a great political debate over the timing of the shoot down. From your military perspective, did things go in the order they should have?
The process worked exactly as it should have. I kept the secretary and the chairman in the loop. I updated them every 12 hours. When asked for my advice, I provided that advice. What I would tell you is the balloon shoot down, the president directed us to shoot it down safely, and we shot it down safely at the place and time of our choosing.
Did you learn something, though, about your capabilities in terms of detection? Did you become aware of gaps that you didn't know existed?
Absolutely, we did. We were not looking for a high-altitude balloon at that time. At 65,000 feet, very slow. Our radars are capable of seeing it, but we were filtering out that data. And so, therefore, we learned significantly. I also learned that I need to be able to see further out into the Pacific, further into the Arctic, and into the Atlantic. And that's what the over-the-horizon radars will give us.
You believe 100% it was a Chinese spy vehicle?
Absolutely. It was a Chinese spy balloon.
I noticed when I came in, there's a Canadian flag flying outside this building. That's significant and says a lot about what you do.
It does. We have hundreds of Canadians that help us all over the United States and through Canada with the NORAD mission. It's the only binational command like it, 65 years old now, and it's an incredible responsibility. It's an opportunity to defend North America, not just the United States of America.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.